Hello and welcome, one and all. This is Ray from Roll Jump Media, and I did want to talk about a topic today, and that topic is Forspoken. So, Forspoken had a demo come out right after the Game Awards, or during it actually, and I did want to talk about it because I see the sentiment online, and the sentiment online seems mostly negative towards the game, which is kind of surprising after I actually got some hands on with the demo. So I did want to talk about that today. Drop the video if you enjoyed what you're hearing, enjoy the discussion that we're having. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment. I'd really appreciate that and appreciate you guys being part of the community. So let's go ahead and get into what I liked about Forspoken. And there's quite a few things actually. So, first thing, if you've seen the trailers, you probably know what the first thing might be, and that would be the movement. So the movement of Forspoken is fantastic. How it works is that you hold the move button, or the move stick, which is the left stick, and circle, and holding those two will traverse you through the world at a fast speed. If you encounter an obstacle, you're going to be able to hurdle over it in a very nimble way, which is really cool. And there's different animations to it, so they'll probably be like waist high, like obstacles or boxes or ledges, things like that. And you're going to be able to vault over them no problem with this movement ability. I think it's called Magic Parkour, which is a pretty cool name. So what it does is like it encourages exploration. So you're going to be exploring quite a vast world in Forspoken, and having an ability that gets you seamlessly pretty much anywhere is quite a fantastic thing to have. And because of the magic parkour, it's not a lot of time before you get somewhere new. So there's not a lot of downtime in between finding a collectible and then fighting some enemies and then going somewhere new, finding a new vista. Everything is pretty much like it comes pretty fast, which leaves a lot of fun to be had and not a lot of time to contemplate about things becoming boring. And the magic parkour also factors into the dodging. So while you're in combat, if you hold down the dodge button while you're charging up an ability, then the dodge will come out. It can be directional as well, which is really cool. In Forspoken, you also have a lot of customization options, which is when I first saw it in game, it was very surprising how much stuff you have. So, Frey, which is the main character, she uses a cloak. She wears a cloak mainly, and those cloaks come with their own abilities, and you can customize those abilities that come with the cloak. I didn't get too crazy with it, but I just chose the ones that I felt like would benefit me the most. But you can tailor it to how your playstyle is. And in addition to that, you can set challenges for yourself to level up certain skills. So in the demo, you're able to set 3 challenges, and completing those challenges levels up that ability that you wanted to level up. In addition to the cloak, you also have a necklace as well as nails, and those portions of your character also grant them abilities. So a necklace grants you abilities or skills, nails grant you buffs or skills as well, and that is fantastic. There's a bunch of things to make your character your own and play into what you like most about the game. There's also a lot to master in the demo. So in the demo, you get purple and red magic. And off of those 2 types of magics right off the bat, there's a lot to work with. So in addition to purple and red, you also have support skills on the other side that change depending on the type of magic that you have. So your L2 is your support, your R2 is your actual combat moves. Supports also factor into combat, but serve more of a supporting role to help you get out of sticky situations, really. The amount of times that you have to strategically think what ability you want to use in combat will be most optimal and what you can get away with creates a lot of fun in the game. And creates a lot of player choice basically. And how the combat executes, I believe what they came up with is a decent mechanical approach. So on L2 and R2, you have your abilities, and L1 and R1. If you hold those, they're going to bring up L1 support abilities and R1 the combat abilities, and you're going to have to use the stick to choose which one you want, and then continually do that in combat if the situation calls for it. The fact that they gave us so much in the demo makes it seem like it's not as intuitive as not that intuitive, but the more time you get with it and more time you get to experiment and all that, it becomes much more wieldy for the player. Maybe they could do some tweaking to it to make it less menu based, or not less menu based, but to have the player not be in menu so much could happen. We'll see if they're able to do that. But I think once people start from the beginning of the game, they'll have time to acclimate, which will help with this situation here. Things that keep you invested. We got collectibles to collect. We got challenges um, that you trigger at certain statues, and these can be like combat challenges or time challenges, things of that nature that will give you rewards. So your run of the mill things, but um, like I said, it's fast. It comes fast, and it keeps you engaged. Now for the things that were a little shaky, face animations. So I happened to turn the camera around when the dialogue was happening and get a close up of Frey's face. And while she's talking, there's not much movement to her face, so she's kind of like talking and just like holding a certain facial animation, and her lips are kind of moving, and it's a little awkward. So it is a demo. They have some time to patch that up, and so just in case that you're a crazy man like me and you want to turn the camera around and see how the faces look, um, it'll be better. And lastly, the dialogue. If you've seen any of the trailers, do you know that the dialogue was a point of contention, basically, amongst fans? And in the game, it's mostly good, actually. There are some lines that could be like, all right, I see what you tried to do there, but I didn't really like that, Chief. So I think we could expect that in the actual game too. Mostly good. Some of them are going to be a little bit out there, but I think with the game that Forspoken is shaping up to be from a gameplay perspective, from the story as well, I don't want to say too much about it, but I think it's going to be more engaging than people actually think with this whole new fantasy world with Athia and the antagonists that you're going to come up with. It's going to be a fun time. So if you haven't played the demo, I highly encourage you to check it out. But if you check it out, please take your time with it and try to learn the things that are presenting to you, because it's a lot to take in. So that's going to about do it for me. Once again, if you liked our discussion here, go ahead and engage in the comment section and let's continue our discussion there. I'd love to chat with you guys. All right. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.